Hello YouTube, Ken Howell here with another Black Desert Online video for you. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the recently reworked Shultz Guard grinding spot. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's because you did not watch my last week's Korean patch notes video. And if you didn't watch it, what are you doing with your life? You should be watching every Wednesday. I post the Korean patch notes video. So if you want to know what's coming up ahead in the future, you should definitely be checking out the channel and subscribing to the channel so that you can keep up to date with the Korean server changes. But if you don't know, again, what I'm talking about the Shultz Guard, which is right next to Sawsons right here. If you take a look on the map, here's Sawsons, here's Altanova, and this used to be a lower grinding spot, but they recently reworked, so there's now a 240 grinding spot, as you can see here. And they also revamped the rewards. So what I did was I ran 10 hours of testing and Shultz Guard, the new reworked Shultz Guard, and we're gonna go over the results here. But before we start looking at the results, let's talk about some things here which I think are important. First of all, I play, as you can see in the footage in the background here, I am playing a Succession Valkyrie, which is not known for being a fast grinder. But if you do play a class like a Ranger or a Musa or some other class that is better at clearing one-shotable mobs and moving from pack to pack than Succession Valkyrie, you will probably get better results than I did. Also, I'm going to put on the screen right now my pets and my gear so you can take a look at that. And the gear is somewhat relevant and we'll talk about it here in a moment. But the pets are actually really important because in this area there are lots of mobs and you're going to be killing them really quickly and moving from pack to pack really quickly. And if you don't have good pets like me, I don't have all tier 4 pets, you're going to be leaving some loot behind. So if you do have better pets than I do, your results will be better than mine. If you have worse pets than I do, then maybe you should go to an area where you kill mobs at a slower pace, but the trash loot value is higher, maybe Star's End or Ackman, something like that. And while we're talking about pro shop items, it's also important to note that your inventory, both in slots and weight, will be filling up quite quickly with the Gruntle pieces and the heave pieces and the books and the trash loot. So if you have not spent your hard-earned money on inventory slots and inventory weight, then your experience here will be on the miserable side because you're going to be having to empty your inventory quite often. One way to mitigate that would be to maybe bring an elephant or a wagon to the area, or as you will see in the footage here, one of the grinding rotations is actually near the shore, near the ocean. So you can, if you have a good boat, you can go and park your ship over there and unload your stuff onto your ship. However, keep in mind that of course you're going to be wasting grinding time unloading your inventory all the time. So again, if you don't have a lot of inventory space, you will probably not have a good time here. My character has 108 inventory slots, and right now she's sitting, I believe, just under 2000 LT with her combat gear. I was able to grind for 1 hour, only really emptying my inventory, unloading my inventory and onto my horse once an hour. A couple of hours, I filled up all the 108 slots with armors and books, but also I have a lot of extra junk in my inventory before I went there. So I recommend that you have at least 100 slots so that you can carry your generic other unrelated items as well as your Gruntle pieces. Of course, if you have maids, that can help mitigate the problem also, but keep in mind that one maid can only transport one piece of gear at a time, so it's not really a viable solution to the overload of Gruntle pieces that you're going to be getting. Another thing to note about this area as well is there are a couple of special events, I guess, if you want to call them, that happen here. One of them is a quest drop that happens quite often. You can often get it twice in an hour, maybe even 3 times in an hour. I got it once, where it's one of those quests that the Black Spirit will take it from you. And when you finish it, when you complete it, you talk to the Black Spirit and you're going to get 300% XP and 100% SP boost for 30 minutes. So if you complete 2 of those within an hour, you can be buffed for 300 XP and 100 SP for the whole hour. And the other event are these elite mobs that spawn. Seems to be completely random and no rhyme or reason. I've gotten 1 an hour one time, and the other time I got 5 in an hour. So I don't necessarily know what triggers the event besides a random event. So the more mobs you kill, so that seems to be the trigger. Killing mobs seems to be the trigger. So the more mobs you're able to kill, you probably have a better chance of spawning those elite mobs. And even one time I was able to spawn 2 of the mobs at the same time. And if I can get this editing done right, I'll put the footage in the background right now so you can take a look. And you will see as I fight those elite mobs, they are actually quite tanky. And they also spawn extra mobs as you hit them, kind of like the trees from Rework. As you're hitting the boss, he's spawning mobs. You might want to kill those mobs because once you kill the elite mob, all the little mobs will die with him. And you see that he's quite tanky. I have 265 with Kudum gear right now, and you see that it takes me a little bit of time to kill it. So if you have better gear than I have, you'll be able to kill them faster and move on and keep grinding. So that's going to increase your money per hour as well. And whenever you kill this elite, each elite has, from what I've seen, 100% chance to drop 1 Khafra's and one book plus some other stuff. And I also got a Shultz necklace out of one of them. So now killing those elite mobs can really boost your income. Now, at least in Korea here, 1 Khafra's and 1 book is going to be about 4 mil. They're going to get just from a quick fight with an elite mob. But if you can get more than 5 of those to spawn, if you're killing really quickly, you can really seriously boost your income. Now, the Shultz necklace, I heard that outside of Korea is not worth much, but here in Korea it is worth 30 mil for some reason, and mine sold really quickly. I don't know why that's the case. Maybe I should look into that. I only got 1 Shultz necklace throughout my 10 hours grinding in the area, so it's not like it's going to be a reliable source of extra income. But as we'll see in the results here, the area still has a pretty good amount of money per hour even without the Shultz necklace. All right, now that we talked enough about all the details that I wanted to talk about before looking at the chart, let's look at the beautiful Excel spreadsheet that I made here. And we can immediately see here that this is a pretty good source of a pretty reliable area to grind, because as you see on the beautiful pie chart that I made here, most of your money is going to be coming from trash. 44.6% of your money is going to be coming from trash, and another about 22% is going to be coming from Khafra's, between Khafra's and the spirit powder combined. So no, I highly doubt that Khafra's is going to be crashing in price anytime soon. So over 50%, over half of your money is going to be coming from that. So even if in your market the grano pieces sell for very cheap or don't sell at all, it's still going to be a negligible amount of your income they're going to be losing here. You can see grano boots are 1.8% and grano helmet is 4.2%. And I don't know what happened to the grano chest. Is right, probably this yellow thing in the middle here that's not even showing. So keep that in mind. It's still a pretty good area. Now let's look at the chart here that I have on the right side. And the way this is divided is between 2 rotations that I did. So the first rotation here is I did 3 hours there. You can see the shore, what I call the shore rotation, which is a rotation near the ocean where you can park your boat there. I didn't, but you can park your boat. And you can see here, this is the first hour. It was pretty crappy. I only got just under 10,000 trash. I was just trying out the area. So this is going to bring this area down a little bit. But you can see here in the last hour over here, I actually got a Shultz necklace, so that bumped my hourly income to 136 mil. So that helped really average out this to be a reasonable income here. So my 3 hours in the short rotation, I got just a little over 106 million silver per hour. Not bad at all. And this of course is all these I had a loot roll and a Kamasiva blasting active, and the node level started as 5, but by the end it was at 7. So this first hour here in the shore I was at 5, node level 5, and then by the end here in the last one I was at node level 7. You can see here 10.5 thousand trash was what I got here by average, 13 books, and then it's pretty light on weapon blackstones, and actually pretty light on blackstones in general. You can see here sometimes I got 0 blackstone armor weapons and not too many blackstone armors as well. But I'll let you just look at it if you want to pause the video and look at the numbers on the screen. But moving on down, so the total for the shore rotation is 106 million an hour. And then the inland, I got a little less money. You can see here at the very bottom here, I did 98 mil, so a little less. So you can see that the trash amounts are consistent, pretty similar to the other one. I probably got more money on the top one because on the shore one, because I got the shells and because I got I grinded less hours there, so they had less time to average the shells necklace out. So keep that in mind. I would say that you can probably count on making 100 mil an hour there. If you average about 106 with a 93, probably around 100 mil an hour with my conditions, right? Succession Valkyrie, 1 tier 4 and 3 and 4 tier 3 pets, loot scroll, and Kamasiva blasting. But overall I would say not bad at all. So I did 5 hours in the inland rotation and 3 hours on the shore rotation. I like the shore rotation better. It's more comfortable for me. And then moving on here to the last 2 hours that I did, I did one hour of grinding with a full Agris Fever buff. That was I used I believe 12,000 Agris Fever points to allow me to grind for 1 full hour with the Agris Fever. And you can see here I got 151 million in that hour. 22.5 thousand trash with the Agris Fever covering 1 hour, and the rest doesn't really matter because it's not affected by the Agris Fever buff. But you can see here that 22.5 thousand trash and 151 million. Now, of course, you have to save 3 days worth of grinding. So if you can grind every day and you manage to save 12,000 Agris Fever points, you can go in there and drop it all out in this area and get 151 million. So, and in the last hour here, I did it was 1 day's worth of Agris Fever, so 4,000 points. it. I grinded a full hour, but of course, with only one day, only 4,000 points, your aggressive fever buff is going to run out before the hour is finished. But I think it's a good way to measure because you're going to get in those, you're going to be getting those 4,000. So this might be a more realistic amount here. If you're going to be using your aggressive fever every day to grind in that location, you'll be looking at 14.5k crash and about 126 million an hour there if you go grind there for 1 hour only every day with your aggressive fever. So again, 1 day's worth of aggressive fever, 126 mil. And without the aggressive fever buff, you'll be looking at about 100 million silver an hour over there. And of course, these are the Korean market prices over here. You can see all that the black stones were when I started the test, and I kept it consistent from the beginning to the end. Black stones are about 137, 136. Caphras are capped at 3 mil. And I calculated the spirit powder here that turns into Caphras based on 5 of each. So I'm not counting the black stone they need to make this into Caphras. I just divided by 5 and did that. And of course, these prices here are all with the tax, 85%. So even value pack, of course, needs to be active for all this to be accurate. And I heard there's actually 85.5, so it might be a little more than this that you might be getting here. So. But yeah, that's all the information that I wanted to share with you guys about this. A really good spot. I got lots of skill points. I think I've got my character is sitting over 2,000 skill points, and I got, I believe, 5 skill point level ups at least tonight in the hour that I was there on the stream with the crew. So if you're looking to level up your character and you have about 240 AP. Probably 250 would be better, but it's a good place to go and get some money, and as well as skill points. And I don't know about experience because I'm level 62, and at that point I'm not even looking at experience anymore. I'm just slowly accumulating experience and all that. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about this area. I'm going to be testing now. The next area I'm going to be testing is going to be the new reworked Prodigy Cave. So stay tuned for that if you're interested in that area. And that will be coming out next week. And stay tuned for this week. Tomorrow, I'm going to be releasing the Korean patch notes video and what's coming out. See if we're going to be releasing those PvP nerfs tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. And that's going to be it from me for now. If you liked the video and thought it was informative, I would appreciate if you could hit that like button. If you want to see more video content from me, don't forget to subscribe and also come join our Discord community and our Twitch streams. I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9 p.m. Korean Standard Time. But yeah, I hope to see you there, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.